So before going ahead with anything, we're going to talk about an important note. But before I say that, I just want to say hi guys, welcome back. So note, if you're applying directly to the college, then you will not need an equivalency. And this is based on info from a couple of sources. So I will link the YouTube video down below if you're interested in applying directly to the college, because that's just a little bit of a different process. They can take your high school official report card. But for PTAP and all other programs, you're going to need an equivalency because Pakistan is a different country with a different educational system. It is not A's, B's, or 90s or 80s. It is a very different educational system. So you're going to have to kind of understand how it works over there, and equivalency is a huge part of the whole admission process. You're going to need your equivalency. Don't get yourself too wrapped up around their formula and how they calculate, because that's just going to stress you out. It's super confusing. Don't do that. So equivalency, IBCC is basically the main board that does equivalencies. They say it takes around 2 weeks, but mine took like over a month. So be patient and prepared. So you're going to have to prepare the stuff pretty quickly. You'll get a mark out of 1100. That's just how they do it. And that's what matters. The mark out of 1100, that's going to determine kind of like whether you're going to get it or not. And depending on the merits or the amount of people that apply and like the different marks they have, if you're applying to PTAP. But with self-finance, it's a little different because it has a lot of seats and there isn't much competition. Your metric 9 and 10, they do take your grades for that, but it doesn't really matter as much. It's basically your grade 11 and 12, which is 50%, and your SAT marks, which are 50%. But you still need to have it for documentation, and you're going to need all official documents. I had a mark out of 884 out of 1100. The most you can have, I think, was like a little above 900 or something like that. I don't really remember. But they do have deductions. What I mean by that is they actually deduct a percentage of marks. So there's around a 15% deduction. So if you have like, let's say a 90, it goes down to like 85. They have a whole formula for the way that works. But don't let that stress you out, because everyone's going to have that same deduction. So yes, you might end up with like an 80% in the end if you had like a 95, 90 average. But it's fine because everyone's going to have it. So someone who has a 70 is going to go pretty down, right? So you're going to have to understand that everyone's going to go through the deductions. So really understand that this will not affect you as much, and don't let that stress you out. At least that's what my advice would be, because I let myself stress out about it, and it didn't really do me any good. So we're going to go on to IBCC's website, and this is the website main page. They tell you all these requirements for the equivalent American system. You're gonna need your grade 9 to 10 and your grade 11 and 12. At first I thought I didn't think they needed grade 9 because I was from Canada, and here I'm from Alberta. We call like grade 10, grade 9 junior high. It's not even a part of high school. So yeah. So just be aware of all their requirements. This is their equivalence form. Just click here. The whole form opens up, and you're going to have someone in Pakistan submit it, or you're going to have to go yourself. I'm going to kind of go through this form because I know it's a little confusing sometimes to look at this stuff for the first time. But they have all the requirements, all the documents here, okay? You're going to need official sealed documents, like, it's not, you can't give them the report card you get from school. You're going to need something sealed, stamped by the principal, and for your high school, grade 10, 11, 12, you're probably going to have to talk to your Board of Education and request an official transcript, which is sealed. It's a process. It's a bit of a process. So that's IBCC for you. Now, let's go. Okay, so the SFS info, that's a self-finance scheme. Self-finance, if you don't have an idea of what it is, it's basically you pay extra money to get a seat into a medical college and whatnot. So students must have physically studied. So basically, doing your high school outside of Pakistan, you must have 70% after the deduction, after the equivalency certificate. So 60% marks in provincial/regional admission test, which is the MCAT in Pakistan, or SAT2 examination. why would I not recommend going to Pakistan and doing their MCAT? First of all, it's much harder than the SAT. Second of all, you haven't been in that system and it's all memorization based. And I know the American and the Canadian systems and UK system are a little comprehensive and they're not always based on memorization. So you're just gonna have a tough time dealing with those exams. I've seen some of the questions on there and I knew it wasn't for me because I wasn't built for those types of tests. You're gonna have over 200 questions in an hour and the negative marking is way tougher. You lose 1 mark if you get a question wrong. It's very, very competitive because in Pakistan, everyone wants to get into med school. It's not a joke. There's a lot of competition. So I would not recommend, I'd highly just not recommend going through the whole process. And every college actually has their own like test or their MCAT test and you have to do the seating and it's just a lot of like struggle. And the SA22 examination, which it's a little easier. You get stress-free. You have your marks once you get to Pakistan. If you do go to Pakistan, and it's not a lot of like you running here in places and not knowing what to do. So the minimum aggregate merit score is 70% and 60% from BDS. So BDS is dentistry and BBS is medical. So if under the self-finance scheme, you're eligible to get admission in any province of Pakistan where the seats are reserved. Punjab has withdrawn, so they don't have self-finance stuff there. But anywhere else, if there's seats, if there's colleges, they have seats, you can apply to those self-finance seats. So once again, they do the same thing: 50% SAT scores and 50% your high school grades. There's more info on a link here on the application process and the whole thing. Sorry, just 1 second. I love things when they're annoying. Okay, I'm just gonna open it like this. Okay, so this is the Higher Education Commission, HEC, what I talked about. They have a whole announcement. They have an eligibility criteria. What do you need? And this is for engineering, pharmacy. Dual nationals with domicile are not eligible for MBBC and BDS because Punjab has withdrawn. So just to give you a little bit of an update, how to apply. And they have a whole portal, an online application portal too, I believe. Yeah. And then so they talk about all the documents you need. So all of this information is here, and you have a distribution of seats. So Dow Medical College has 16 seats. It's $18,000 a year. Let's say Seydou Medical College in Swaz has only $6,000. So it's a variety of different costs actually. You're getting $18,000 and then you have $6,000. So depending on what you're able to pay, just in case you don't get into PTAP, just look at this, see what helps, see what's good for you. What is eligible? What is SFS and who are eligible under admission? You have all these questions answered, and to examination. So here for admission. You have to have 70% at least, and you have to have a minimum of 550 marks in each of the 3 subjects. And if you do the foreign MCAT, then it's 500. If they have other exams, you can also do just in case you have English difficulties or like it's a lot of different exams. I don't suggest looking too much into those if those don't concern you. Just look at your SAT2 examination and have a minimum of 550, minimum 550 at least. I would say go higher than that because it's better to be on the safe side. Okay, when are the SAT2s? So once again, the College Board link is actually also given on this website, so you're gonna have to apply there. They tell you the whole division of marks, how it works, when does the application start, and there's usually an advertisement. So this is about Pakistan Technical Assistance Program. I'm going to show you their website too. And this is IBCC. Once again, the same website. So they've got all this information. So you can definitely look into this. I don't suggest contacting them because they usually don't respond from my own experience. So I would just suggest, really just reading the information carefully and just getting all of this information, even if you have like some sort of source in Pakistan to go ask them. But I would just suggest like reading through everything and getting the information yourself. Now let's talk about PTAP. So this is their 2019 to 2020 advertisement, the latest one for now for this year. So you have to have a foreign nationality, obviously, so you got to be some sort of a dual national or something. And before they used to have 15 MBBS seats, now they have 20. These are all the requirements. This is the whole, I'll link this advertisement too. So you need at least 70%, just like the self-finance scheme. SAT 2 marks, 550 minimum. You can even do the foreign MCAT, which is like way harder. I would not recommend doing that. Like, it's not your level of stuff if you're in high school. So just go with the SAT 2 examination. We have the engineering seats, 13, 2 for pharmacy. And then general conditions. So you need to have a valid proof of foreign nationality, passport, something, citizenship. And you need to have a valid proof of PAC origin, so your Pakistani passport, Nadra ID, whatever you have. Must have passed 12th grade or equivalent exam physically from abroad. So you need to have completed your high school abroad, not in Pakistan. Okay, that's why this is a separate program for you. So everything has to be given in 4 copies, quadruplicate. Okay, so just make 4 copies of everything. You're gonna need your HSSC certificate. You need your equivalent certificate. So you're gonna need all your transcripts, basically your high school transcript. You're gonna need proof of foreign nationality. You're gonna need PAC origin. You're gonna need an SAT 2 mark or MCAT or entry test or whatever you have. You can do the entry test, but it's just not worth it. It's not worth it. Okay, especially if you're like someone from Canada or America. It's not your type of thing. So results card, or you actually give them your username and password of your college board account, and they basically look at that and they can get your marks. Valid scorecard. This is for like if you I think this is for English. I wasn't too concerned about point number 6. Now let's talk about deadlines. So you're finishing your grade 11, 12, let's say, in 2019. Like I finished mine in 2019 June. I did my last SAT in June of 2019. That's the last time, because the one in August actually only happens in America. So did that, got the results, and I have to submit everything by October 10th for MBBS and BDS. For engineering and pharmacy, it's September 10th. That meant I had to get things done really quickly. So I ordered my transcripts beforehand. As soon as I got in Alberta, we have diplomas. As soon as I got my diploma results in, everything else, I like went online onto Alberta Ed and I ordered my official transcripts, and I ordered like 3-4 copies of them, because I was like, I don't know, Pakistan can be like Pakistan can give you a tough time sometimes. So just to be on the safe side, I ordered multiple official copies. So, and from the school, I told them to get them stamped copies of my grade 9 transcript. Your grade 9 transcript in Alberta is actually from your school, so wherever how you went to, you gotta go ask them. And your high school comes from Alberta Ed. It works definitely different in. I can't speak on other countries and provinces, but I'm just speaking from my own experience. You're gonna have to find out this information for yourself, for your country, for your place. And I had to get things done. So basically, I sent in my application form for the equivalence as soon as possible. And then because it took a long time, so like even it just took a long time. Like, what can I say? So I probably sent it like July 4th, if I'm not wrong. I don't know, maybe August 4th. I don't really remember, but I know it took over a month. So have that time prepared beforehand to get all your applications ready. So read through this when you have time. Read through the equivalency form things, just so you're not running behind on these documents, because some of them take time to bring. Even my official transcript, it took a long time for it to like come from Alberta Ed. It took a couple of weeks. So they're gonna ship it. Shipment takes time, and then you shipping it to Pakistan. That's other time, So just be aware of all of this, right? So yeah, if you have some relative in Pakistan, it's actually much more easier for them to submit all of this. I live in Karachi, which is like the main city. So PT Economic Affairs Division actually has an office here, and you can like, sorry, the equivalency department